took on a new form. A group of young girls claimed they were cursed by witches. Within months, over 200 people had been accused, 20 were executed, and an entire community was consumed by paranoia. But how did it happen? This is not just a tale of witches, it's a story of fear, religious extremism, and the terrifying power of mass hysteria. And in the end, it's a story that still echoes through history today. To understand the Salem Witch Trials, we have to understand the world of 17th century New England. Salem was a deeply religious Puritan settlement. Life was harsh, winters were brutal. Disease, famine, and conflict with Native American tribes kept the people of Salem on edge. Religion wasn't just a belief system, it was law, identity, and survival. The Puritans believed in the devil as a literal being, walking the earth, seeking souls to corrupt. Witches, they believed, were his servants, and anything bad that happened, crop failure, sickness, a sudden death, could be blamed on witchcraft. Tensions were already high when the Reverend Samuel Parris arrived in Salem Village. He was strict, divisive, and unpopular. But what happened in his home would ignite the flame. In early 1692, Parris's daughter, Betty, and niece, Abigail Williams, began acting strangely. They screamed, contorted, threw fits, and claimed they were being pricked and bitten by invisible spirits. Soon, other girls joined in. Ann Putnam Jr., Mercy Lewis, Elizabeth Hubbard. Their behavior terrified the town. When doctors found no physical cause, the only explanation left was supernatural. The girls accused 3 women of cursing them: Sarah Good, a homeless beggar; Sarah Osborne, an older sick woman; and Tituba, Reverend Parris's enslaved servant from the Caribbean. Tituba, likely under threat or torture, confessed to witchcraft. She claimed that she had been approached by the devil himself and that others in the village were also his servants. That was all it took. The accusations spread like wildfire. More girls began to show the same afflictions. Anyone who was different, disliked, or vulnerable was a target. Neighbors turned on each other, old grudges were weaponized, entire families were accused, and the local magistrates, including Jonathan Corwin and John Hathorne, believed what they heard. Worse, the courts accepted spectral evidence, dreams and visions of the accused, tormenting victims. There was no need for physical proof. People like Rebecca Nurse, a respected elderly woman, and Martha Corey, a devout churchgoer, were accused. Giles Corey, Martha's husband, refused to enter a plea. He was pressed to death with heavy stones. Between June and September of 1692, 19 people were hanged on Gallows Hill. All maintained their innocence. One man, Giles Corey, was slowly crushed over the course of 2 days. His last words? More weight. Their possessions were seized, families were ruined, and still the accusations continued. Eventually, reason began to return. Some ministers, including Cotton Mather's father, Increase Mather, spoke out against the use of spectral evidence. He famously said, "It is better that 10 suspected witches should escape than 1 innocent person should be condemned." Governor William Phipps, alarmed by the growing panic, disbanded the special court and forbade further arrests. Just like that, the witch hunts ended. In the years that followed, shame and guilt took hold. Judges publicly repented. Families of the victims were given small amounts of money as compensation. In 1702, the trials were declared unlawful. In 1957,